the truth profound. Rebisar Germans here. Follow me to the message clear. Go Paul Das and Paul. They say Duane The Writer leads the way. Time to madness. It's bright. Gotta wake up, see the light.
In this experience, I was in a public bathroom. I was washing my hands, which were really dirty for some reason. But then they weren't really dirty anymore, because I washed them. I walked out of the bathroom. I guess I was in the middle of the woods or something. There really wasn't anything else around. But then Rebisar showed up. He just kind of floated down like Goku. I was like, hey, bro. Then Rebisar just kind of waved at me. He gestured me over to him, so I went over there. He held out his hand like he wanted to shake my hand, so I gripped his hand in mine. But then he started flying, and he didn't let go. I was like, bro, don't let go, because, I was, like, in the air. And he looked down at me and winked. I don't know what he meant by that. He kept flying for a while, and I almost started to fall asleep, because the flying was so boring. But then we landed somewhere. Actually, we kind of crashed through the roof of a building. I knew instantly where we were, though. It was the same Home Depot that Phil and I went on our first date at. It was during working hours, I guess, because they were like super open. There were customers and employees around and everything. Rebisar set me down on my feet, and I didn't even know why we were there at the time. But then Rebisar kind of got close to me and, like, no joke, he asked if I wanted to have sex with him. I didn't know what to say, bro, because I wasn't expecting him to say something like that. Thought about it for a minute, though, because he's like the dude. He's super aware. He's super cool. So I decided that, yeah, actually, I would be down to have sex with Rebisar. I told him that, and he nodded. And then he took off his robes. And, like, he didn't even have clothes on underneath. He was just naked. I guess I kind of expected him just, like, have clothes on underneath, but I guess not. People around us kind of started to give weird looks. But I knew they were underwear donuts, so it didn't really matter. Then I took off my clothes, too. I felt more aware instantly. It was pretty great. Then I got on my hands and knees on the floor of the Home Depot. And Rebisar got behind me, and he just started thrusting into me. And man, let me tell you, Rebisar's got a huge dick. It was rock hard, and it felt so fucking good. He thrusted in and out of me, and I just knew that people were staring, but I didn't care. It just felt so good. And he just kept going and going, till finally I climaxed, and I just started coming under the floor of the Home Depot. And man, my splooge got everywhere. But damn, I didn't care. I just felt so in the moment, so aware, and so connected to such an amazing being. He's like this super dude. I asked him if he wanted to swap places after I got up from that. He said no. He wanted to give me time to rest. I was like, all right, bro, thanks. So we walked through the Home Depot a little bit, and eventually I started to feel a little weird. I couldn't really tell what it was at the time. But as we kept walking, I just felt it more. I started to feel like heavier. It was around when we got to like the oven area. I think Rebisar was walking me there even. And like, I just felt like I needed to get some big heavy thing out of me. And when I looked down, my dick wasn't even there anymore. It was just this slit, like a lizard has or something. Which I guess makes sense because sometimes I am a dragon on the real side, and I do have a past life as a reptilian. So I guess it would make sense for me to sometimes have a slit down there. But like, it was pretty urgent that I got this thing out of me. So I rushed up to one of the ovens and I opened it. And I stood there for, I don't even know how long it was, bro. Rebisar sat there with me. He was just kind of sitting on the ground watching me. And I pushed and I pushed and I pushed some more, and finally, this egg came out of me. It was like no joke. It was an egg. It was a little speckled, actually. And I turned to Rebisar and I was like, "Oh my god, I laid an egg on the real side." And he nodded and he pointed at the oven. And I was like, "Oh my god, you're so right." So I put the egg in the oven. I closed it. I turned it on just barely. It was on low. Just enough to like keep the egg warm, for it to hatch. I sat there with Rebisar for a bit, just waiting for the egg to hatch, but I woke up before it had a chance to. That was my first experience.
Okay, that's a good one. So we'll bypass some of the familiar stuff for the moment, but the idea of the Home Depot is, what's the idea of the Home Depot? Home improvement, right? Says right there, home improvement, and that's where you buy all the goodies so that you can improve your home, which is your personal self, okay? And to be creative. This is the whole idea. As you become more aware, you become more creative to improve your personal self, which helps the real you have experiences. So it's both of you hand in hand, etc. And the egg is a new birth. Okay? So it's like this. The reason that the experience ended there is that as this new birth comes along, you're going to decide what it is that will be you.
Wait, you're saying that I'm the egg? But I laid the egg.
Again, there goes your mind.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, I didn't say you were the egg. Listen to the words. When you are with somebody, listen to the words instead of going to your mind and creating your own definition.
Okay,
Listen
sorry.
to the words first. I said it was a new birth. So what does that mean? It's about becoming more aware. Every lifetime that we come into a new life, we have another chance because we've went through a lot of experiences already. And now we have a new chance to have a new life, to look over what we've been through, okay? And the real you tries to convey that to the personal self, but it's really hard until the personal self is opened up. So, as your parents taught you, as anybody's parents teaches their kids. Now, I taught my daughter to be more aware, and she was. But at 12 years old, she decided, well, I don't do that anymore, Dad. She decided that. But in the meantime, she was awesome. Now, most parents, they don't teach their kids that. They tell them to go to school, do your homework, go watch TV. They're always just taking orders instead of working with the child and showing them how to be intuitive. So now we all have the struggle to get, through those barriers that we've accepted, those restrictions from our parents and other authorities, you see, to get through all of that. So within this life now, you have new opportunities with the new you to have a new birth, you might say. Okay, that's the old saying, to be born again. In other words, but you do that like every moment, every day. Every moment's new. Every new moment, now. Every new nowness now is actually a new birth. So this is just a metaphor, a symbol of new choices that you can make. So again, in the real side, you're just going through a simulation, and it's up to you to recognize what's taking place. And you're not going to find it in your mind. You're going to learn to see it with your awareness. Okay? And then you bring it to your mind intuitively. This will take time.
Okay, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Thanks, Duane.
see the light. Don't think, just feel the vibe. The sun's are gonna cosmic drive. Break the chains, the mental hold. Truth unfold, the storms are guide. A cosmic drive. Break the chains, the mental hold. The truth unfold, the story told. We strong, a united front. Against the darkness we will hunt. Time to break the simulation spell with new you power. We are skibbity new you. Breaking free from the matrix. Dark forces lurking, reptilian scheme. That lies that control a twisted dream. You together we rise above. Shattering the lies, spreading risky. I knew you staring at the thing to be done.